got your attention now, don't I?
This is the Black Rifle Coffee Podcast. Prepare to get caffeinated.
Well, welcome to the Black Rifle Coffee Podcast. You know, here we are.
Matt Best.
Hi.
Jared Taylor.
Hi. I'm
myself,
on my phone.
Logan Stark. We are
Sorry.
Sans and Evan Hafer as he is on an elk hunt.
And he, we could say it, Big Bull Down, you know?
Big Bull down.
Big Bull down.
We got the text this morning, so
Driving
congrats,
over here to the
Evan.
podcast room, and he sent us a beautiful photo of his bull elk, which was funny because he goes, look at her, and he goes, not a her, it's a him, obviously. But I think it was beautiful. He'll have to tell the story because I don't know how he got it, but he said one arrow, I think decent shot, and got it down.
Won't steal too much of the zest on that one. We'll leave that one for him, but it was a decent size. I think he said, what did he say, 66? 66?
Yeah, about 66 yards, it looked like. That's a solid shot.
That's a solid
that's a
archery
solid shot.
That's like all the stuff that we do in that Total Archery Challenge, like coming through in a big way when it comes down to putting all that stuff together for the actual hunt. And obviously it works.
I mean, I'm a pretty good archery shooter, bow, mizzen, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't think I'd shoot an elk over like 75. Honestly, like I would try to get a little close. Just I don't think I'm there yet, like ethically. And I know Evan is because he's made a shot, and like Dudley has, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be like, eh.
Yeah, it's just all about like how confident you are, not even in your shooting necessarily, but your, what the ballistics are of your arrow and how much velocity it's going to have
like
on the
a penis
target,
sneeze right before you, and just whiffed it,
Yeah.
Penis sneezes are real.
Penis sneeze.
Yes.
I like how you were saying, Logan, to be a little graphic because I'm just having fun today. This is true, right? Unvaccinated semen is in high demand right now. So if people want to
Yes, this is official.
donate their semen, it's in high demand.
They're calling it the white gold rush.
The white gold.
Is that real?
Yeah,
Yes.
it absolutely is.
Damn
Look
it, dude.
up.
I'm frantically trying to find this because it coincides with what we're talking about here. And I think I'm getting close. I realize I was in the wrong area. So keep going.
Are you
I'm
just
almost
looking
there.
through thousands of photos or something?
Jared's been looking for something to show
I'm
us
looking
on
for
the
something.
podcast.
It's in reference because it definitely helps the argument once I bring it up because I think it's a real concern.
Yeah. Well, before you start, I don't know the actual validity of this. I don't know if
It's fun. I think it should be real, and I'm going to go with it's real.
It's probably going to be true somewhere in this country.
Yeah, I'm sure people, that want, there has to be a decent amount of people that want unvaccinated semen.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this upon myself to troubleshoot and discover the actual answer to this.
I'm just letting people know that I have unvaccinated semen. So, just putting it out there.
Yeah. So do I.
I do too.
So do I. So does Jared.
Yeah.
This is a white gold treasure trove.
But,
It's a treasure trove.
Mine's been coming out
Treasure
like very powdery lately. So I don't know. Something might be wrong.
wow.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
wow.
you should probably go to the doctor.
I actually have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I'm going to get all my stuff done.
Your blood work and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, good for
everything.
you.
Yeah. Liver function test.
Yeah,
All of it.
that's awesome.
I think I'm close. It helps with the visual aid, but I 2 more pages. If I can't find it, I'm just going to tell you guys.
What are you looking through photos for this?
I'm not looking through photos. I'm on a website and I'm going through the different pages because I saw it last night. So I was watching, porn and and I came across this video and I have to show it to you guys because it's like, man, I can't find it. I don't, they updated the pages. So it's like,
so you're on a porn website right now?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that makes
Okay.
sense.
I'm
that makes sense.
sifting through
Wow.
hundreds of these right now, trying to find this specific video. Because here's what it was: is probably around a 30-year-old girl.
Okay.
So not an adult.
Yeah,
An adult. Middle of the day, blinds are open. And she's on a mattress without anything on it. Like as in no mattress
sheets.
cover, no nothing. The room is trashed too. There is shit everywhere. It's obviously a guy's room. And the dude is just on top of her doggy style. And it's just like, you look at this. I just looked at this room on how disgusting the room was. And then a mattress with nothing on it. And here is this adult woman in the middle of the day,
Right.
was like, this is enough for me. Like I've gone home with you from Chili's or Applebee's or whatever the fuck the situation was. Oh, there's a mattress. I mean, fine. That's it.
Was this like homemade or something?
Yeah, it was his buddy filming. Because they were actually, he was talking to him. And you can tell by the interaction, this was possibly a first date. Like it, maybe spring break or something. Like they went back to his apartment, in the middle of the day. I just wanted to show you the room. Because it's just like, at what point are you looking around I immediately flashed in all the first dates that I've taken somebody on and went through thought and spent money and have a well put together, well manicured apartment.
Right.
Nope. Don't need any of that, apparently.
I mean,
because you can come back to a crack den with stains on the wall.
But you don't know her backstory, right? Maybe she has addiction problems.
Yeah,
and he was like, I got some shit, you know? It could have been.
If I would have shown you the video, you would have had the same reaction of me and gone, what? Because, yes, certain people, you look at them and you're like, oh, that makes sense. This one, you're like, oh, I don't get any of this.
Interesting.
Yeah, this dude.
Maybe it was on purpose to look like that. That's some weird fetish thing.
This guy quite possibly was mall security. really bad goatee,
nice.
Scraggly. Actually, maybe worked at GameStop. Maybe at Ford. Kevin at Ford.
Yeah. All good careers.
And just, his buddy in the doorway filming. And his buddy was in the doorway because he couldn't walk any further from all the shit all over the room. There was a Burger King bag right on the bottom left.
He did a really heavy analysis on this room.
Rewinded this and watched it 5 times just to take in this, because this blew my mind. Again, like I'm saying, I flash to all my first dates, and every time that I went through the motion of coming back to my place throughout my entire life, and never once having an unmade bed.
Yeah.
Yet here is a guy that has nothing on his mattress.
We actually, remember, we did a skit, years and years ago through Art 15 that was exact. The premise of that was, your room's messy as shit, and your girl or the girl you're dating calls and say hey, I'm going to cruise over. And you just fucking teleport around and clean up the whole room. I think it presents a higher success criteria for
everything with dating is it's an interview.
Yeah, of course.
I have gone back to girls'
houses. That's why
houses.
most relationships fail, is because people during the interview process lie their asses off. And then once they get comfortable, they're like, this is really me. And you're like, you fucking suck.
Which is why I don't last more than 90 days,
Yeah.
Surprise, I'm $90,000 in debt.
Right. Something like that. I'm in debt. I have sex with my stepbrother. And you're like, cool. Would have been nice to know
I didn't
this
have that
in
one.
the first. No, I've never had that.
Wow. I was like, what's a good surprise? I have 5 kids. What?
Oh.
What?
That's happened a lot.
Whoa. We've got a camera down, Matthew. We got a camera down.
It's all right.
Lock it in.
That's happened to a lot more people than I know, or that you would expect, that women have lied about having multiple children.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a weird thing to lie about. I guess if you just it doesn't present itself in the conversation.
Here's our caveat to that.
Okay.
First 4 dates.
Nah.
I think it's perfectly fine to omit that information. You're still I don't think that you're required to give everything out that first date. You don't know who this psychopath is, and that goes for either side. So I'm not advocating saying, hey, date 1, you should probably disclose this. But
no.
Yeah.
Moving in together, been together for a month or so, and then surprise.
Has that happened to you?
No.
Oh. The way you said that. Surprise.
I've heard, the thing is a lot of things I talk about and things like that aren't necessarily mine, but having access, I said this on a show with you that I actually think we didn't film the whole way, so we're not airing, so I can say it again. It's having access to Drinking Bros, the groups as a whole, seeing singles, seeing selfies, seeing Drinking Bros main, seeing everything. You just consume these stories every day. I mean, the most bananas, batshit crazy fucking stories on the planet have happened. Like, you're like, what? Like, you read some of this shit. It's highly entertaining.
I think for me, and I'm sure everybody can test this, like over the years of events and like, after parties and event parties, the world is a far more crazy place than it's perceived to be. And I think a lot of people hide from that. But when you start to like people like open up about their relationships and how they do stuff, you're like, man, people are kind of fucking crazy. I mean, it's kind of fun actually because it's entertaining to listen or watch, but the world's a lot more crazy place than most people
everybody's
think.
Fucking weird. Everybody. Well, I mean, I don't think it's weird. I think it's just everybody. Mediocrity isn't fun.
I think that is I think those people and the weirdness is kind of drawn to us though, because we love chaos and everything is so on the edge of being incredibly boring that we need to do crazy shit to keep it interesting.
It's a very fair statement. I mean, when I went and got tacos this morning, the lady was making tacos and it looked like the family restaurant and they're all family working together. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that would be an interesting vibe to like work with your family every single day and just do the same mundane routine. And I was like, there actually is probably some really fun aspects of that because it's just everything is so comfortable and you have to like live this crazy life. But then once I thought about putting myself in that position, I was like, oh my God, no. Like I'd have to fucking do something insane.
Well, I had this conversation with one of my best friends last night, Luis. I don't know if you guys have ever met him, but Evan has. He's introduced me to Ryan Couture before we ever met Randy, because him and his wife are friends with Emily and Ryan. And they were having he works for Apple, dude. He's like really high up in Apple, and he does human behavior testing on products. Wow. So like he was explaining a bunch of the shit to me last night because I called him about, hey, I'm thinking about getting a Mac Pro. Like if anything Apple, I call him because dude, he's in the engineering department. He fucking breaks these things. Anything that has the Apple logo, he breaks for a living. Like to find out, like, and he was explaining to me like when the new Mac Pro came out, they had to do all these tests on how heavy it was to how rough people will be with setting it down, putting it on a table. Like how durable do we need to make this case for this thing because this thing's big and people will move it around. So how do we? So it's things like that. Like that's the type of stuff that they do. Like, and it's just fascinating. But anyway, he said in the office, the conversation came out and they're like, if you had unlimited money, what would you do? And they turned to him. He's a super smart fucking guy, by the way.
Yeah.
And he's like, if I had unlimited money, what? They're like, if you had unlimited money, like money wasn't a thing, what would you do? He goes, work. And they go, no, you're not getting it. You have unlimited money. He goes, yeah, I'd work. And they're like, no, we don't think you get it. And he goes, no, I get it. He's like, you're going to ask me, what do I like to do? He goes, I like to brew beer in my garage. So if I had unlimited money, I'd probably start brewing a fuck ton of beer and I'd buy a big facility and I'd brew a bunch of beer and then I'd start giving it out or selling it or I'd start a charity and then I'd have to hire employees to fucking do all this because I can't do it myself. And work. Like, and then he's like, I like running. Eventually I would go around and run all the marathons and then I'd probably get bored and start like trying to raise money for something and start my own charity because I don't like how other people are doing it. And then I'd have to hire employees. And guess what? I'm working. So
I think a lot of people that are presented the opportunity to retire at an early age. I mean, we have multiple friends, John, I won't list their names, but there's multiple people that have that economic standpoint where they could retire at like a really young age, like 50 years old. And they go back to work. Like,
what are you going to do?
Like John's a perfect example. He's like not fully retired, but like, he's like, oh, I'm just going to go retire at the coast essentially and have a boat and fish. And then he's like, fuck, I'm bored.
I started a charter
company. And now he has one of the biggest charters down in like the general Corpus Christi area. And it's just a lot. I mean, I feel I'd be the same way because it's fucking fun.
I can't go a weekend without doing anything.
No, it's impossible.
Like I spent Saturday was Corey's day to watch football. Funny how that is, right?
It's like a reverse.
Is obsessed with football all day and watches every fucking game. And I cooked and cleaned the kitchen with a nice little apron on.
You had a little apron on? But then you're like the chick in the relationship.
But then I'm like, okay, that one day of not doing, I had to fly home and immediately I organizing my camera room. I had to get hands on camera stuff. Like, okay.
But what if you had all the money in the world, Logan?
Well, I know one thing for sure that I would do that I've wanted to do.
Why are you touching your breast when you do that?
I don't know.
Kind of hot.
Just like, it's
really hot in here.
It's important to my heart. And yes, I am sweating a little bit. But I want to do like a completely indoor, like 1,600 yard, like so a mile plus indoor long distance range. Where hold on, where the sides are huge fans, so I can control the wind coming left to right. Cool. So you can get all like every single swinging dick, spec ops. Sniper would just love training there because you can control the left wind, the right wind, coming, how fast it's going. You could curve bullets in there if you did it correctly. Like it would be really fun.
I would like do a DARPA facility.
Yes. Yeah, you want like a research facility for long range precision shooting. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
I fuck with that. Now I'll build a demolitions area outside of there where we can build the wackiest charges on the planet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's why I like talking about this stuff, is because I don't think it's beyond the capabilities of what we could do.
Dude, what I would do? I would do, and I might just do this now that I'm thinking about it because it sounds really fun. Just build a soundstage and a back lot, like a fucking alleyway with a city, cityscape with the road, and then like a soundstage, green set, black set, everything like that.
Yeah.
Have a 40-person crew on hand every single day, and every day just pull in some random person or a friend or something and go, all right, we're making your movie today. What is it? Like,
like that's so
come
cool.
up with it. There's just a giant warehouse of costumes and props. There's property with woods. Like, so you have like a desert set, a wood set. Like, okay, we have everything that you would need. Let's make your movie. Like, and then you just like these short
that would be
2
dope
minute,
because you can literally do it like an application process, and then they submit scripts, and then you get to go sift through them, and you're like,
it's like
the one
a
that makes
theme
you
park.
laugh. You're like, okay, this is the dude we're picking. Ryan wins. He just cruises in. You're like, we're making your movie. You have fucking
be
4
your own
weeks.
director.
Yeah.
Like, it's a theme park.
Yeah, it's a film theme park. That's a fun idea.
A family comes in, a family of 5, and it's like, hey, you've paid for the day, and it could be reasonable. I mean, for crew and everything like that, you could do this for $10,000 a day.
This isn't that far out of our
and
reach.
it's like, okay, hey, we're making your family their action movie or a trailer. Like, and it's like you have access to all the costumes, props, anything you want. Let's go.
Yeah.
Personally, I would make probably a 10 square mile fake ocean, so salt water. I would get about 2 pods of orca whales, train them, become a killer whale instructor or a dolphin, orca whale freaking instructor. And then I would feed live seals to them, and I would see which creative ways I could allocate my orca pod to like fucking slay the seals. Like I'd put 2 seals on like a little like flotation device, and we'd come at 2 angles and have them like throw their tails like how they do in real life.
So you're sadistic Aquaman.
No, I mean, I think go with something.
I'm like the budget of Aquaman. I don't have these superpowers.
Go with
but I
something a little bit more aggressive, like a mid-sized great white, because then you're rooting for the orcas.
Seals are cute. Orcas kill great whites all the time.
Yeah,
actually,
that's what I mean.
So,
it's like, get that
which
shark.
Jaws 2, it started out with a fucking great white killing an orca. Not true. Fake news. Just so you know.
No, great white.
Fake news.
I don't remember any of them except
it was a
the
dead
first
orca whale with a huge bite on it. Fake news.
Oh.
Anyways, but you're right. Great white sharks.
Yeah.
And then you could get like a freaking underwater like camera thing and just like, or drone and drive it around and watch fucking underwater battles from orca whales and great white sharks. I'm in.
I like that. And then we can film like our underwater movie in this giant tank.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just butt them all together. Like, this lot just sounds really fun. Like, you got a big boom. Like, we've got the cars rigged for car chases. Like, so there's...
And if one of your films ever needs an orca whale...
Yeah.
It's right there.
What if we made ECS, the Atomic Orca, we figure out how to strap a real live bomb to an orca and have it deliver ordnance. Just saying, that's a movie in itself.
It is.
We can VFX explosions so we don't lose an orca. Those things are expensive.
I'm in. I like this.
I like it a lot.
It'd be fun to like also one day like kind of take over a city. Like I look at Bernie, Texas a little bit, and there's so much opportunity to like rally the community around this city, and it hasn't really been done yet, And I think It obviously take a lot of
You're
money.
right. I should run for mayor.
Like, yeah, right? Just make it like literally the coolest freaking place. You can be mayor. That'd be fun.
I'll run for mayor, Bernie.
Yeah, just get like a good financial advisor and I think we'll be all right.
I have one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, very good one. Very, very professional. You know, they've got letterhead.
Okay.
Yeah.
They know how to make a letterhead.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got an address.
That's the most
They
important.
got an
part about
address
being-
and a logo in fine text. And he had a business card.
Oh,
Wow.
It sounds legit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds legit. You guys had two good ideas. My orca whale thing's not good.
I think
don't
it's
that's
good.
what I really do. That's more
let's
fantasy.
go realistic.
That's more fantasy land.
Like what really would you walk out of your door and enjoy doing every day?
I would probably your idea, not to be unoriginal, but I think film and creating is so much fun, and then having projects where you could bring someone in and like mentor them, that, or like I think it would be rad to do like music and music videos and the same thing, and have like, which is very like a completely tangible idea to have
Rebecca Black.
Yeah,
I mean,
she actually can sing pretty good. I saw an interview.
Yeah, but that was the whole thing. Is her that business was, hey, we'll produce you a song and make you a music video. And her parents were like, hey, go do this. Like,
no shit, really.
You don't cheerlead. Yeah.
And then it viral. They're like, oh God.
Yeah.
Friday.
What was the name of that song?
Friday.
Friday.
And then Chinese food was number 2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
that
love
saw
Chinese food. You did it?
I don't know. No, I
Oh
don't
God,
think
that
I
one
saw
was
that.
awful, but it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she made a lot of money off it. So
Yeah. I
She
mean, the
became Rebecca Black.
the parody of Friday was great. I just like I'll never get that out of my brain though. The one part where we go, my hand is a dolphin.
Oh shit.
Just waving their arm. I was like, I don't know why that just got me.
But it would be fun because I think it would be fun from like a cultural standpoint, because you have so many like, the big heads in the music industry, just like the film industry, and they pick who they want to make famous. And you have all these other kind of smaller artists that are like insanely fucking talented, but they don't have the right production.
Yeah.
They don't have the right, recording equipment and the time and energy and money to make it. And so if you had that like studio, then you build like a 50,000 square foot steel building, like surrounded in green screen and blue screen. And that's where you still film all the music videos. That would be fucking cool.
I mean, I do want to build that building here.
We should.
We'll use
What's
it.
stopping us?
Speaking of production,
Nothing.
we're getting ready to go into Vets vs. Horror 4 tomorrow. We're number 4, man. I'm like, should we even do number 4? But I guess we're doing it. So
It's that time of year again. The
is.
pumpkin spice flows. It's
Yes.
time to get spooky.
the Headless Horseman, pumpkin spice. It's delicious. Try it. It's out at Black Rifle.
Yeah, that bag looks so good.
It takes a lot of creative prowess to make pumpkin spice look manly and cool.
Yeah.
But I think we pulled it off.
We did it pretty well.
I think we pulled it off.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome. I don't know. Like, what are we doing to step it up this year? Because we need to step it up.
Well, we can't give away. We have a special thing coming for our audience very soon.
Yeah, I think what we were talking about doing that was kind of like a departure is just getting after it right out of the gate. Like just get right to killing. Like the first 3 seconds.
Oh, you're saying for Vets vs. 4?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think we just jump right into the mix. I mean, I like the feedback on that because we were discussing this internally all yesterday. All 3 of us was like, because some of the higher production shit, like it looks cooler, but it takes away some of the just like,
dude, why don't
the
we?
fun.
Why don't we just say fuck it tomorrow and go straight Blair Witch for the whole thing? Let's go found footage for the whole Vets
found
vs. 4.
footage? I mean, you could.
Because I bought the really expensive VHS plugins.
Did you really? Yeah, the VHS plugins.
Yeah.
So let's go super handhelds and then overlay.
Yeah,
with
I
the
want you
super
to
expensive
film this
VHS
in 6K,
plugin.
then I'm going to gum it up.
Yeah. By the way, this is how our productions work a lot, is we change them up the day of or the day prior.
Which is why a lot of
all
people
the
don't
time.
work with us anymore. I flew here with a crew of 15 to film this, and you just changed it all right now at 8 in the morning, the day of filming?
The
Yes.
moment that the crew shows up, we're doing something completely different. Fuck you.
Sorry,
guys.
Sam.
R.I.P. Corridor.
We still love you though.
Well, I think it's important to go. So,
Dude, if we went found footage, it's funny because we should film the whole thing on your new iPhone.
we should.
I mean, let's go back and prove that we can be good filmmakers without the gear.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a camera.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a Blackmagic 4K that we use. It's not like it's something fucking crazy.
Blackmagic 4K is pretty hot.
I mean, it's sexy. It's wonderful. I think it's the best
huge
cinematic
upgrade from a 5D Mark III.
True.
And a Sony. Sorry, Sony, you can eat a dick.
I mean, yeah. What are the bodies on those 1200s? I mean, they're
14.
They're 14. They're expensive, but relatively, comparatively,
not
bad.
at all.
You're
That's how
getting
much a
a
new fucking
cinema
iPhone is, pretty much.
camera. Like the Mark III, the 5D Mark III was $5,200 with a lens. Like brand new. Like, and that's not a video. That's not a cinema camera. It doesn't shoot in log. It doesn't shoot in RAW. Doesn't shoot fucking like you're stuck with, just DSLR footage. Like this is a cinema camera that Blackmagic brought down to a prosumer level and made it affordable.
You know what we've actually never talked about? We got a little time, screw it. Is we've never really talked about the process of us like making a video. Like
Not really.
Like we don't have to get
because
super,
it's not consistent.
Well, true. But I mean, even like from the editorial process and like the creative process, I think because a lot of people expect us to have this like kind of huge, massive crew, but there's very seldom like the ideas come really from the partners, which is like us three, Evan included. We have guys that help with like Eli and that. And there's not a lot of people that ideate around the whole entire company's stuff. I mean, we have a great paid asset team, and obviously, but when we do the viral videos, and it's usually just a small crew, like one of us, Gallagher, someone holding the camera. And, I think it's a testament to that you can pull off a lot of shit with a little amount of people.
No,
That's the thing. It's like, because we've tend to do it is like overthink stuff. We're like, oh, we gotta like go fucking huge. But it's like, the joke is what matters. Like, not what fucking camera you're using. We started all this on like iPhones. The biggest video I've ever done in my entire life is on an iPhone.
Well, I shot the entire Lord Hot Dog preview myself. Like that was a tripod and me with the camera in literally 2 hours. Like, okay, get in the cop car. All right, go here. Okay, go here, go here. Then I set up the tripod, had somebody pull focus on me for the shot that I had to be in. And that was it.
That's dope.
Well, I mean, the first Halloween Evolved, and I think it's worth noting because it's something that has resonated with the audience really well. Plus, we really like doing it every year. It's like one of those things that we look forward to.
Horror film
it just
characters.
Fits our brand really well. But the first one was just that one that we did at your house in Salt Lake, where we
that was
just
here.
kind of
Yeah. Well, we had that one completely like scripted for a big location, and then we literally said, "Fuck it, let's just film it at my house."
This all genned out of a script that we wrote in like 2013.
The cabin.
That
one,
was the cabin in the woods, which was hilarious. 21 pages. It was about all of us going camping. The young kids going camping in the cabin, and the whole first punchline was, Chuck Brandon going, hey, the gas station attendant said that nobody makes it out alive. And when we just go, yeah, but we brought these. And the camera reveals every one of our firearms in the corner.
Yeah.
And then over the course of that night, we're visited by, I loved the first scene in that was you and I getting firewood. And we see Leatherface and his chainsaw's off. And your line was like, wow, we really could have used that chainsaw like an hour ago. And then you're like, you appendix carry and draw on him, and you're like, take one more step and you're done. He takes one step and you just lay him out. And then when we come over, I pull security on him while you're lifting the mask, and as he does the big, it's bam, 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 bam. And then it cuts to you and I throwing the body into the lake, and it's like we come back in. Yeah. It's like, hey, how was getting firewood? That was actually pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of like turned into the rest of the ones, the Salt Lake one, because we did that one. That was well received. It was that meme one. You haven't done a Jared Taylor scream in a while. You screamed in there, and then you stabbed him. Remember that?
Oh yeah, when you ran out of the bedroom
with the crossbow.
Because no. We're not talking Vets vs. Horror 1. We're talking.
We're going back
like
to
it's
Salt
like
Lake.
Veterans vs. Horror films, like scary movies. And Gary Stevens was the guy with the hatchet walking in. We all came out and shot him, and then you ran him. Shit. Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's old.
Yeah, I know. We've done a lot of these.
That was like that was the iteration. We're like, I think we should expand on that a little bit. But I think getting back to like what we never really talk about, like how does this whole machine work? I think typically what we like to do is just we need to be creative, right? Like how do you be creative? Right? Like spur that, and it's probably the most important thing that we do. And I think it's just like creating space. Like we're all so fucking busy, but typically what we'll do is we'll allocate like, okay, this 2 hours or this day, like we're going to the ranch and we're doing nothing. We're putting the phones down. We're just being creative and like running and riffing off each other's ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to create that space. And I think that's something you have to like consciously do. And we've tried to do that. And we're getting back into it, which I'm excited because there's so many things in the docket with Black Rifle that we just like want to keep making the business better, the product better, this experience better. I mean, experience kind of synopsizes the whole thing.
Entertainment to be better.
Yeah. It'll be good though. We have some big projects. We can finish up with that. But in November and December, we have some huge projects. And then Jared Taylor, I think in like January, early January, you'll have some very exciting announcements.
Early January is going to be a big deal for everyone. You're going to go, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, damn. Yeah, 2022 is going to come out with a bang.
Yeah.
It's a big bang.
We're going for it.
Will it have 4 engines and a tail ramp? Maybe. I don't know.
No, we got some serious
40 millimeter Bofors cannon? I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see. You
remember that dude that would do those fake news interviews? Like they'd hit him at Comic-Con?
Oh, yeah.
They're like, I don't know. Like, I saw another one the other day of him where he was coming out of a comic store that goes like, oh, hey, she's like at this comic place. And he's like, hey, so what comic did you get? He's like, it's Haisaku or something like that. And she's like, oh my God, what's that about? He goes, brother and sister. And she's like, oh, do they fight crime together? And he's like, they fuck. And she's like, I'm sorry, what? They fuck each other. It's about them fucking each other. It was just so short and stupid, but it was so good.
That's great. Is it real? Like a real interviewer?
No, he fakes these. They're funny.
Okay.
You've seen it? Like the dude, like they did this one where it looks like the lady's from the news and she's outside like some scene where there's cops and he's in like a wizard costume and he was like, I thought this was a place that I was going to buy magic cards. It turns out they were worshiping Satan. They started chanting.
Yeah.
He's like, then the warlock of Messedina came out. Like, you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
It's pretty funny. I forget his name. I talked to him at one point.
Oh. I feel like you've talked to everybody at one point.
He used to be at Nerdist. And I invited him to be in Range 15 while we were filming because he was working at the Nerdist.
Like, I'm not going in that dumpster movie. We need to make a new full feature.
At the time, yeah, I have a pretty good idea for one that I don't mind sharing because, again, I look at this as time, money, and convenience. So you take the concept of Rad, the movie.
Okay.
Rookie shows up. Doesn't have good equipment, is shunned by all the sponsor, the big wigs, the sponsors, and he ends up getting better and then winning in the end. I just want to take that whole concept and doing it rally ready. Like, Rookie shows up, shitty car, everything, all the guys are just putting their nose up. We just film the whole thing at rally ready. Like, we have all the vehicles.
I think you just want to race cars all day.
Yeah.
In a movie. There's no movie about rally, though. So again, Gap. Easy plot.
What would you call it?
Have the look. Rallied?
Yeah. You just
rallied.
Like think Brink, think Skate.
Yeah. Oh, I remember the old Skate. Yeah.
Kids.
Okay.
But that's nothing. That movie is fucking terrifying.
It's a real bad one.
My 8th grade teacher was mad at me and told me to go watch that movie. And then I was like, why did he tell me to watch this movie?
I kissed Kelly. Do I have AIDS?
I have AIDS. There's a lot of sex in that movie.
Yeah.
I do not remember that movie very well.
Well, shit. I think it's about our time.
It's about
we
our
just
time.
had a fun little bullshit session.
That's what this is about.
On a podcast for a while too.
It's coffee. It's coffee in the morning. We're telling stories. We're talking about, bad decisions made by 30-year-old women that apparently you don't need anything. You don't need a job, a clean room, sheets on the mattress, nothing. All you need to do is be invited.
Just need a little bit of pre-Thursday night Applebee's for dinner.
I mean,
and see
in my
what
book,
happens.
I did go to when
you were 18 years old.
Door.
You were 17 years old.
I was 18. I was of legal age.
18. Yeah.
Yes.
That's way different. These are adults.
Yeah, okay.
These are grown adults.
Okay.
That man goes to H&R Block.
We should ask a single friend to see if they can pull that off, you know?
Like just have somebody set it up where it's like, we need you to strip your bed. Like, we want you to set the scene.
I need a bunch of McDonald's wrappers, you know.
That's pretty funny.
Trash.
Well, on top of that, you could do it out at the ranch.
Oh.
Yeah, but again, the ranch tricks, like, somebody is like, oh my God, this is huge. It's not ghetto. Like, you have to do like a single bedroom apartment.
No, but if you did go out there at night, like that drive is so long.
I think they're getting murdered.
Exactly.
You can't do that on a first date. That's women are scared. What?
Yeah. That's just a blanket statement. I'm sure someone would go to the ranch. Be like, oh, it's my.
I just mean with all the fucking
Pop's ranch,
like,
you know,
like the most popular thing. The most popular thing for adult women to watch and listen to is crime mysteries on podcasts and Netflix.
You're telling me my wife listens all the time.
I'm saying like
Susan
now
was a
women are a
homemaker.
lot more like, we're on a 2.5 mile dirt road. No, thank you. No cell phone service. No, thank you. The red flags start going up.
Valid point.
So you're saying that red flag is bad?
Yeah, but if you just put a bunk,
red flag,
if you just put a bunk bed in your garage, though, that would be funny.
You could do that.
Like a bunk bed in a garage.
Oh no, I rent the garage. This is where I live. It's not my
We
house.
don't have a bathroom. The bathroom's that bucket.
Yeah, it's the 5-gallon bucket, or you can, you know.
Yeah, there's a hose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel free to take a water. Just, you know, watch out for the baloney.
You make like an
in the cooler.
impromptu shower with a hose. You just hang it out and kind of like have a squeegee that you like, you know, right out the freaking garage door.
You just got a big plastic bag full of water for your shower and a hose. Yeah.
Oh, gross. We've gone off the rails, Matthew. We've gone off the rails. Cut it off.
Reel it in. Thank you for watching the Black Rifle Podcast.
Thanks.
That concludes today's training. Any questions? Woo! Drum titties, boy!